welcome to my kitchen. I'm Angelie, and today we are cooking something that's going to take you to the land of the exotic. It is on my travel list. I can't wait to go to Thailand, but in the meantime, I'm going to bring Thailand to my kitchen. So today we are making a Thai vegetable soup. It's spicy, it's delicious, and it has that amazing aroma of lime leaves, which you only get in Thai cooking. So we're going to start right now. What you need is an onion, you need some celery chopped, it's a rough chop. I've got some carrots here, about 2. I have a cup of diced tomatoes from a can. I've got some chili peppers, some garlic, some lime kaffir leaves, salt, and some more chili if you want to add more heat. I've got some bay leaves and a little bit of tomato paste or tomato sauce. I've also got some cilantro for garnish, and we'll need some water for this recipe as well. So let's start by cutting our onion. Some tips for cutting an onion to do it really quickly is to cut it in half, take off the skin and everything, cut it in half, and you're gonna wanna make some slices, but don't go all the way to the end. Then using your knife, make a horizontal cut into your onion. Again, don't go all the way till the end. You can make 2 if you have enough space for that. I have a big onion, so I'm making a couple. Then, using your fingers, again, you want to grip with your fingertips down. Take your knife through all of it. You have a perfect tiny little dice. As you get to the edge, you can go this way. And that should give you enough to make your soup. You're going to need about 2 or 3 cloves of garlic for this recipe. So again, you can chop them up, dice it a little bit more finely than the onion. You're going to need a chili or 2 if you like it really spicy. It's up to the chef to taste the chili to make sure it's the right level of heat. To prep the lime leaves, I like to put them in whole actually, and I don't eat them. They're a bit of a waxy texture, so I don't normally eat it. But if you like to add it as a garnish on top of your soup at the end, you can just remove this rib in the middle and then twist it up into a roll like that and cut through with your knife. So just remove the rib from the center and then take your lime leaves and roll them into a little cylinder. So, and then just run your knife through it. You can have some chiffonaded lime leaf. It smells amazing. I wish you could smell this. It's beautiful, fragrant, the perfect aromatic for some Thai cooking. I'm just using carrots and celery and onion today, but you can add any vegetable really that you like in this soup. Zucchini is really good, green pepper is really good. Sometimes I like to add some spinach, but if you're gonna do a leafy green, I suggest you add it at the very tail end of the cooking process. You don't want it to overcook and it just turns into water. So leave that leafy green, spinach, or Swiss chard or something like that until the very end. So now you're gonna heat a pan or a saucepan or a pot onto the stove and put it over medium heat and put some oil in so we can start our cooking. Just add a little bit of oil to your pot. Actually, if you want to let go of the oil or get rid of the oil from this recipe, you can definitely do that. Just make sure your pot is very hot before you add in your vegetables, and it should cook just fine. If you feel it's sticking a little, you can add some water at that point, and that would reduce the fat in this recipe. But you know what? A little olive oil is fine. It's actually good and healthy to have a little bit of healthy fat. Next, you want to add your root vegetables. I actually chopped up some of the leafy tops of the celery as well. It gives extra flavor to your soup, so I always add that if I'm making a soup or stew of some kind. Carrots, that's 2 carrots chopped. And just let that sort of cook off there. So now I'm going to add my salt. It's salt to taste. Remember, you should always be tasting your food as it gets obviously a little more prepared than at this point, but Keep a spoon handy, continuously taste your food. That's how you become a better chef. That's how you become a better cook, is always taste, taste, taste. Of course, use a different spoon though. And I have a little chili powder as well. You're gonna love this soup. It's so delicious. It tastes like a little bit of Thailand, and it's not as heavy as a creamy curry, which I also love, but this is kind of a nice, healthy, light way to enjoy the flavors without indulging. Okay, next you're gonna add a bay leaf. I'll add 2 because they're kind of small. Now that my vegetables are cooking off, I can feel that they're getting a little softer. At this point, I'm gonna add the tomato paste. You don't wanna add this until you think your vegetables are pretty much cooked through. As soon as I add this, it's gonna sort of slow down the cooking process of the veggies. So you wanna let them cook off a bit first. Whenever I'm making a tomato-based soup like this, I always use the tomato paste or tomato sauce, and I find that it actually lessens my need to use a broth as the liquid. I can often use water because that flavor that's in the tomato sauce kind of carries through in the cooking vegetables. It really flavors the whole soup. So this time I'm going to use water as my cooking liquid instead of a chicken broth or a vegetable broth. You can use either though. Some other veggies you might want to add to this soup would be zucchini, like I said, or peppers. Pretty much anything your imagination can bring to this dish is fine. You should always take a recipe a little further, make it your own. So this is kind of a jumping off point. You could add whatever you have in the fridge really to your pot. Next, I'm going to use some chopped tomatoes. This is from a can. It's going to give the broth, again, another dimension of flavor. It's a tomato-based soup, so you'll see that red color. At this point, you can add your cooking liquid. I'm gonna add about 4 cups of water. This is my favorite part of this dish. This is what makes it Thai. It's a beautiful scented lemon kaffir leaves. We're gonna add some. As I said before, I don't eat them. I just have them in there for aroma, but if you want to garnish with them, you can just take out the middle rib and chiffonade this up so you can cut it up into nice little ribbons like this and use that. So I'm gonna let it cook a little bit longer so that that aroma comes into the soup, and then we'll plate it up. So all the soup really needs is a little bit of green, and I love my coriander, so I'm going to use some coriander, cilantro, whatever you call it. And I'm going to garnish with a little more of the lime leaves, so you'll have a nice hit of fragrance and color there. Let's taste it. It smells amazing. I like a little lime in there, so. Yum. It's so good, very flavorful, and you can definitely make this very quickly. Within a half an hour, your soup will be on the table, piping hot, and transporting you to an exotic land. Thanks so much for watching, guys. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking the link below. Definitely leave your comments if you try this at home, and I'll see you next time on another Lifestyle File.